Hello, my loyal companions. Welcome back to RogueCast, your dedicated Rogue Company podcast, hosted by me, Radthar, and joined, as always, by Mr. OctaneProTV. How are you, sir?
It's Patch Week! Woo!
Yeah, it is definitely Patch Week. This is the day this is coming out is the Monday, which means tomorrow you are going to be seeing Season 2 of Rogue Company, assuming all goes to plan. So, very, very exciting stuff. We'll catch up on our weeks first. Do a little week to catch up. We missed it the last 2 weeks in an effort to shorten down time. But I want to catch you in. How have you been? How has Rogue Company felt for you in the past 2 weeks or so, leading up to the massive hype that is going to be Season 2?
Yeah, so I got some great custom games in this week. Had a blast playing Rogue Company. I've been super busy, as people can see behind me, with construction. I'm renovating my basement entirely, so hence why you just see metal studs. So I did have a limited time with Rogue Company this week, but the time I did have was enjoyable. Did some customs with the community, called people hackers and cheaters left and right because they're so much better than me.
Of course.
But that's right. Outside of that, I had a good time. It felt good. It felt like we needed something.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So that's my week with Rogue Company. What about yours? You've been busy.
Yes, I've had a very busy week with Rogue Company. Pre-season is for me a content grind of trying to get things ready for the real content grind. So I've been doing a lot of prep work for it. But generally, I've been doing my strikeout with viewers as per usual. I've been doing some different streams recently, and I think this is kind of something I want to touch on is the preseason lull that we've been in. Past 2 weeks, I'm not gonna lie, just straight playing Rogue Company has not been the most enjoyable thing. Strikeout is stupidly sweaty. It's just like everyone who would normally play ranked is now 4-stacking in strikeout because they don't. There's no reason to play ranked, so they're just running through lobbies, and it's very unfun. Actual ranked is full of people who are brand new and trying to play ranked still because why not? You got nothing to lose. People who just are 4-stacking ranked still, or those people who are just solo queue warriors who are just super egotistical and will teabag you at every 4 steps because they got the 1 kill of the game. And it's so that's what I've been dealing with. And content has been really hard to make in terms of gameplay because I'm trying to juggle okay, I need gameplay footage so I can talk about these 2 weapons. But I can't get gameplay footage because just the games are awful. So that's been my public lobby experience. But the custom side of things, stuff I do with viewers, 1v1s I've been doing. There's something on my Twitch I sometimes bring out called the wheel, which is essentially just a spinner of different game modes that we can do custom. So demo, strikeout, bats only, snipers only, those sort of things. And it's so much fun. And so I've been having a lot of fun doing that sort of stuff. And I've also been streaming on the Rogue Company channel, the official Rogue Company channel, and that's been that was really, really good. I've streamed it 3 times now. First time was amazing, second time was amazing. Today's one, I just finished today, was one of the most weird experiences. Because I had one person for 2.5 hours queue sniping me and stream sniping me.
No,
and if he was on my team, he was blowing himself up at the start of the round or trying to blow me up. If he was on the enemy team, he was try-harding and just trying to run through my level 30 teammates. And it was one of the most just weird experiences I've ever had. And people on stream how do you deal with this? How you think? I'm I don't care. If he wants to try and ruin the games, it's fine. I'll talk to chat and have a great time. But it's those things. I actually DM'd Raider afterwards and was this was happening on the official Rogue Company channel. Is that can we do anything? And I don't know what action was taken, but action was taken, which I was really good to hear. Which is good. They said they looked into it and there was enough there to take action. I literally have no idea what that action was.
It makes it an easy ban when they just look at his history and not see that he played with you, but see that he's killed himself or not contributed. And it's okay, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that person. I am a huge advocate for streamer mode. A while ago, there was this quasi partner meeting that didn't seem to go anywhere. But there was a ton of feedback from different partners on things we'd love to see. One of them was a streamer mode, which if you go to Valorant, is a very great example. And it's how was this not implemented?
Yeah.
Where are you familiar with kind of how that streamer mode works?
Yeah, on certain things. I know some of it's hiding your name, hiding when you're queuing and things hiding.
Yeah. So there's
opponents' names, things like that.
Yeah, so there's features built in with it. So when you turn on streamer mode, it takes the person's name and swaps them to the character name, so that it completely masked it, and it makes it super difficult for very, very difficult to try to stream snipe you, as well as know that I'm playing against Radthar, and it's just it's just one of those things where it's like, man, like I feel like this is a simple thing, but could go a long way.
Yeah.
Especially like in your situation right here.
Yeah, 100%. But I think the problem is the community is so well. So the reason I think that's so important right now is because the community is so small, which means matching up against me is as simple as pressing the lobby button. When I press the lobby button, that's literally how you do it, and you will get into my game 9 times out of 10. Because the player base on PC at least is very small. And actually, I want to actually touch on something we talked about a few weeks ago before we get into sort of season 2 and our thoughts and the marketing side of it. But I was again on the Rogue Company channel and I was talking about the player base. And I was talking about how it's kind of low and how we always run to the same people. And I specifically matched against somebody who I knew was on console, and I know he's a console player. He's a good console player. And I said, I just double checked. I said, "You're on console, right?" He said, "Yep." I said, "Who are you teamed up with?" And he said, "I'm teamed up with this person." I said, "Are they on PC?" And he said, "Yes." Because we've talked about how console players can't get into PC lobbies unless they match with somebody. And it was the same. And I kind of double checked that because that's what we've been assuming, what we've sort of think we've heard. But I just was kind of double checking, like, if you don't match this person, do you go in console lobbies? He's like, yes, 100%. And if I match someone, I go into PC lobbies. I'm like, cool, great. And I asked the entire chat, it was like 150 people in there, and I said, guys, what do you think as console players or PC players? And tell me which one you are before you type. Do you think that we should cross-pollinate all of it and just go full cross-platform to increase the player base and increase the matchmaking potential? And everyone said yes. Literally everyone said yes. Console players, Switch players, PC players, like everybody was like for it. And so I just really would love to see that feature. I think at this point, unless Season 2 brings the most amount of players imaginable that make it absolutely acceptable, I think that we need that player base increase, honestly, by merging the lobbies. Otherwise, it's just painful. Like, PC players can't get good matchmaking because there's not enough of us. Like, I'd say at any given point, there must be 100 people online. Like, I genuinely couldn't imagine it being more than that based on what I've seen and how easy it is to Q snipe. Like, it literally is as simple as if I press the button at the same time you press the button, we're in the same lobby, 100%.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you. I am curious on the overall numbers, which I don't think they'll ever release to us for like the different platforms and stuff like that. I am even percentages. I'd love to see like what percentages are where. I find a lot of the times with high res games, which I think is more traditional with free to play games. I mean, like look at Fortnite and stuff like that. Is that your largest player base is on console? Yeah, especially in a free to play situation. And the reason that is for those of you that are breaking out the pitchforks already with what I'm saying. A free to play game is focused on your 12 to 16-year-old. Sorry, guys. For those of us that are double that or more. So that being said, it's a free to play game. So it's focused on a younger demographic that can't afford to build a $2,000 plus computer. So therefore, they get a console. So yes, a console is a cheap avenue of gaming. That's just how it is. It's okay, guys. Don't get upset. So now you have Xbox and you have your PS5s and whatnot. Yes, they're a few $100s. Totally understand. That being said, from the free to play perspective, that is why the numbers and percentages are higher from a player base perspective.
It's more accessible. It's more accessible for people.
Exactly. And that all roped together. I totally agree with you. And I saw something today. I can't remember what it was. I'm gonna look real quick. Epic or Sony and what was it? Valorant. It was something about and I'm typing it in now, free to play, because it was something about how Valorant's getting like crap from Sony about the fact that their game is not cross-platform. Like that it's not, that they're not pushing the cross-platform thing. Yeah. Which I forget what it was or where it was coming from, but it's one of those things where like this is not just a Rogue Company issue. No. Like it is pushing and going into other games here. And I think Rogue Company's done a decent job, except for Switch, which I don't know you can get over the Switch hurdle because as I've pushed on my stream, a Switch is a portable gaming device. Yeah, it is not a console in my eyes. A console is your Xbox or your PlayStation. A Switch is not. So like you can't take your a few $100 Switch and compare it with some of these other systems. So that being said, though, I feel Rogue Company has done a decent job to put consoles and PC players almost on the same footing. Yeah, give or take. And yes, there's those exceptions, like in the right hand, this person dominates and stuff like that. But I feel like that's people's biggest argument. It's like,
Mhm.
oh no, we can't do crossplay. Like PC players are going to destroy us. I play with plenty of console players that are phenomenal and
Yeah.
well better than I am. So
Mhm.
that argument doesn't exist for me. I don't see that as much.
Yeah.
Do you see that often? Like, do you see a clear separation in talent
I
between console and PC?
I feel like, honestly, if you put an average PC player and an average console player in the same lobby, I would give an edge to a PC lobby. Like, if you literally put 4 PC players who are 5 out of 10 in terms of like natural ability, let's say, and you put 5 console players in there who 4 console players in there who are 5 out of 10 natural ability, the hardware would
Yep.
only make up maybe like a little bit of it. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
that impactful. I would still give an edge to PC because, of course, you know, you've just got better everything. Like, it's just, as you said, a console is just a lower end PC essentially. When you buy a PlayStation,
Yep.
you're just buying a lower end PC. But it's not like that much of a difference. I think if you merge the lobbies at the highest end, you know, I like the best players will still dominate, right? Whether on PC or whether, you know, there are some amazing console players who absolutely dominate lobbies and dominate CMGs. You know, they don't win, but they do really well at least, right? That deserve to be in PC lobbies, right? And I feel like in the mid level, you're going to get the same sort of thing happen where there's a bunch of players who are that average level, maybe a little bit higher, who would actually do pretty well in PC lobbies. And again, depending on how the matchmaking works, right? At the end of the day, if bronzes are going against bronzes, like, it doesn't matter because if PC is so much better, then there'll be higher levels anyway. So you'll still get like decent matchmaking because of it. And again, that's not to like diss on console. Like I said, I actually started playing Rogue Company. A lot of people don't realize when I bring this up, I started playing Rogue Company on Xbox, on the Xbox One. That's where I started playing Rogue Company. If you go back and look at my other clips, that's where I started, and I noticed immediately the difference going to PC. So I can't shy away from saying that there isn't a hardware advantage. There absolutely is a hardware advantage, and it's just not even like okay to say there's not. But it doesn't mean that good people can't still perform really well. I actually 1v1 someone today in my 1v1s who just slapped me so hard, and he's on console. Human highlight reel, if you listen to this, ACOG, you slap, and you need to not. Because he hurt my head with a sniper a lot. But, you know, so I think, I genuinely think a cross-pollination of the platforms would be a really good idea. Just because the player base is so low, and we need good matchmaking, and we don't have good matchmaking. So, okay, what's more important? Matchmaking or protecting the cross-platform divide? Like, that's kind of where my head's at with it. But unfortunately, no word of that in season 2. We do not know how that's going to happen. But season 2 is, as we've said at the top of the show, right around the corner, literally tomorrow, as of you watching this. So, I mean, okay, let's just go for it. Initial thoughts, initial feelings of hype. Where are you at? What's your thoughts, and how are you feeling about season 2 coming out tomorrow?
So I want to be super. I don't want to be Debbie Downer, and I'm not going to be here. My hope is, I have a hope that they have not released all the details for some surprises in here. But I also have to throw out my reality anchor and go, all right, Octane, pull yourself back to earth here. I'm just hoping there's more to it than a new character and a battle pass. Like, I'm sorry, the last battle pass was a little disappointing, and now we did get eyes on this one. No dinosaurs, thankfully. But outside of that, you know, there's a few decent items in there.
Yeah,
cool. I feel like we're gonna get the same argument about Rogue Bucks, and you know, we weren't really given the best avenues to earn those additional Rogue Bucks.
You've got the daily 8 logins now. I think that's actually pretty good.
Yes,
you got to log in 10 days out of 30. You guys can do it.
You can't. But think of it. If you're okay, so let's hypothetically think about it. Season 1, you got the battle pass, and you didn't buy anything.
Okay.
With the Rogue Bucks you earned.
Yeah.
You can't afford the next battle pass.
No. True.
Day one.
No, you can't.
Day one. And then they released the arms race between the two to take away your Rogue Bucks, so that you had to pay. Like, it was the perfect marketing thing. Like, okay, guys, we're going to give you a chance. Don't wait and see. Oh, and then, hey, we want to take away your Rogue Bucks so that you have to pay full price. But it's just like, so it feels very crummy, very like, you know, we're kind of chasing the dollar in that perspective. Outside of that, we get a new map. Cool. Excited. New map. Awesome. We get a new rogue. Awesome. We get some skins. Awesome. But I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, hey, guys, you got to bring more to the table than that. if you guys want to be successful moving forward.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people share that same sentiment where it is, okay, but what's the last thing? Like, and I'm hoping and praying you're hiding something like, look at this amazing new rank system. We completely overhauled it, or like we have an entire PvE mode that we're not sharing with you, but like just something different. Where was the one thing I want to look at was where was the Rogue Company 2021 roadmap?
No, that wasn't even the 2021 roadmap. That was the season 1 roadmap that you're thinking of. With the phase 1 was Kestrel, phase 2 was a new Rogue, which was ended up being Seeker and Hollows, and phase 3 ended up being the creator event that never happened.
Yes, what the heck? God, they are so bad at roadmaps. Like, it is unbelievable.
Oh,
okay,
dear.
side note, tangent real quick.
Tangentane.
In 2019, 2020, 2019, at the very end of 2019, they made an announcement of, hey, we're making an announcement of a Realm Royale 2020 roadmap.
Nice.
Awesome. Yay, excited. Never got released. Never got released at all. Brilliant. I was like, you guys are so bad at roadmaps. You can't stick to a 12-month plan.
No.
Okay, sorry. That's my tangent, and that's also my gut feeling. And I'm also I'm hoping I'm missing something. What are your thoughts at this point?
I'm actually pretty excited. I would agree with you. It doesn't feel like there's this big thing coming with season 2. That I'll say. Like, it's not like Apex just dropped their update, right? Their season 9 update, and they came with literally a brand new 3v3 slaughterhouse mode, the arena. Like, it's like a completely new, different game mode, as opposed to the BR that's like completely like shaking up the way Apex is played, essentially. So we haven't got that. That's not what we got. But I am really happy with everything that we have got. I like Mac. I like the new map. I like the ban phase. I like the daily logins. I like the updated challenges, so our daily and weekly challenges are actually useful. I think the battle pass is at least 5 times better than the first one we got. I think there's a lot to be excited for as a Rogue Company fan. A lot to be excited for if you're just coming into Rogue Company. I don't know how long that's going to last. I guess that's my biggest thing. I think what's really going to matter is where we are. This is coming out the 11th. Where we're going to be at come, say, the 25th. That sort of week. The week of the 24th. Like 2 weeks after patch day. That's going to matter where we are. What they decide to do on that date, but that like update or like, weekly store rotation or whatever is going to matter a lot.
Yeah.
Because at that point, given the history of the battle pass, battle pass might be over. Like, we might finished it, depending on how long it takes.
You have to remember though, battle passes aren't designed for people like you.
That is
somebody that plays every day, all day long, and that's real. Wow. And here's another comment. You ready? People aren't gonna like it. The game is not designed and balanced around your high-level competitive players.
True.
The game is designed. Now, granted, they have input and they look at some of that, but this is designed for casual. It's designed for the masses. Your competitive esports players are like the 1%.
Yeah.
That's like a great example. If you back in the day on World of Warcraft with raiding, there was like 1% of people. This was back in the day, not now when raiding is so easy, but back in the day, I'd say Karazhan days. So we're going a ways back. Then 1% of players raided, and people were upset that the game was not balanced around that type of high level gameplay. When it's like, well, guess what? When 99% of your player base is not the 1%, we balance around the 99%. Yeah. So looking at this game and the speed of a battle pass, yes, someone like Radthar will burn through it in 2 weeks. Someone like myself, where in my current state of things, I'm not playing it as often per week, will probably still take several weeks to finish it, which is fine. It's no big deal. But I understand the people that are the loudest are the most active people, like yourself. You'll be done in 2 weeks ago. Okay, what do you got? And it's like, okay, it took them 4 months or 5 months to design that, and you're done with it in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But like that, I think I think there's a good amount of people who play a couple hours a day, like 2 hours a day. I think that's really common, honestly. Even for like, because if that's your game, right? When you get home from school, you play like an hour of Rogue Company, or you watch your favorite streamer play Rogue Company, and you play a game with them or a couple games with them because they're playing with viewers or something. So I think it's actually really common for people to play like a couple hours, like 2 hours a day. I would say it's probably an average for most people. But maybe that's just because I am in the sphere that I'm in also, where everything is around gaming, right? Like, you know, I'm with a younger audience who doesn't have much the responsibility really to do other than to like hang out and chill out after school, whatever. But yeah, so I do get that point that obviously I will accelerate through things a lot faster. I'll get to Rogue a lot faster. My solo account will get to Rogue a lot faster. But there's that 2-week period where I think that people who have played for a couple hours, who were excited about the update and have got like say 10 hours in the game or something, 15 hours in the game in those 2 weeks, will be like, okay, what now? Where's our new game mode? And that's kind of what I want to see, is a really good rotation of game modes, of excitement, of maybe new content, new teasers, new leaks. Because and Scott's been talking about this on Twitter. He said, I'm so excited for the season 2 launch on Tuesday. I'm also super excited for our June release, which is like in my head, like, so something's happening in June. Like there's something big happening in June again. Big content drops or something.
What did I hear? Somewhere I heard something about a new system.
Okay.
Where was that dropped?
I don't know.
Within the last week, I heard I feel like it was Scott had mentioned something about a new system he was excited about. Where the heck did I hear that?
I don't know.
It was somewhere. Gosh dang.
As long as it's not your NDA server, you're fine.
Yeah, it was something about a new system is the way it was worded. And it was Scott, and I don't know where. I didn't watch him on a live stream. I don't know where it was, but it was something about excited about a new system.
Yeah.
And so maybe that is what they're talking about in June.
Maybe.
What system that is, I don't know. I hope it's not like a new rank system you're gonna drop like a month into your existing like.
Yeah, no, it won't be. No, I think I'm sort of touching base with what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I think I might know what you're talking about. But yeah, no, there's I think interesting things to come, but like I just don't know what it is. And when we hit this 2-3 week mark, I want it to be there because the game will get stale again. Like the game has a lot of good replay. That's one thing I always say about Rogue Company. It has a lot of good replay potential. It's fun just to run lobbies in Striker and run lobbies in Ranked, and most of the time, let's just say. And like you can do it fairly repetitively. Games aren't too long. Games are pretty fluid. It's kind of like COD in that sense. It has good replayability to it. Whereas a lot of games I feel like don't. BRs tend not to because they're long and exhausting and draining, and you feel defeated at the end of it when you don't win. So like so I think there's definitely like good replayability to Rogue Company, but that does run dry eventually. And I would love to see. Yes. I would love it to say the 2-3 week mark. Them say, cool, King of the Hill. We had a great time with it. Permanent mode right now on us. Bye bye extraction. Let's say. I know comments. I'm sorry. We do not like extraction. We talk about how much we don't like extraction a lot. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you do like it. To those of you who do like it, great. It just like in terms of like the player base and who actually plays it, there's not a lot of people who really play extraction compared to other game modes. We don't know the numbers, but I'm sure if you looked at it, it'd be pretty split. Based on all like the polling I've done with like my Twitter audience and my Twitch audience and things like that. So but I would love a King of the Hill to come in as a permanent mode, replacing or just alongside extraction. I don't mind. Because I feel like that would give us again something else to do, and then they add a new mode in like TDM or capture the flag or this zombies mode that we had leaked. What was it called? It was called like sword cult or something. But the nickname of it in the files was zombies, and so like, what's that? Is that an infected mode? Is that something really cool? Like, what's happening? And like, I think there's a lot of things to be excited about almost that could really come soon. And I just want to like know because I'm so excited for season 2. I think the first 2 weeks of season 2 are going to be really good. First 3 weeks of season 2 are going to be really good. Rank grind's going to be great, assuming matchmaking doesn't make me cry. But even then, like the start of the season, some people are playing. It's actually okay. Solo queue to Rogue series should be fine. All of that should be going really, really well. I have a bunch of videos planned. I'm really excited. And then we hit the 3 week mark, and it's like, okay, give me some. I need something.
Now what?
Yeah, there needs to be something else. So that's kind of where my thoughts are, honestly, is I'm really hyped for season 2. I will be the biggest advocate for season 2. I see how hyped Scott is season 2. I've had him DM me. Actually, I'm going to read that because this is funny. He DM'd me earlier today. I was asking him a question about something for a tournament, and he DM'd me saying, I'll read this because I just thought it was funny. It just shows you how much, like, how excited he is, which makes me excited. He said, game changes forever Tuesday, new season, new rogue, new battle pass, and new body shot time to kill. Like, that's the other thing we didn't even mention, by the way. The entire game is kind of changing with the body time to kill. Like, there's going to be...
Did you also see the melee adjustment that they made?
Yes, that's the other thing. I guess we should probably... Do you want to touch on that?
Be a huge game. Yeah, sure. So they're making an adjustment to melee, changing from the 100% or 100 damage to the 75.
Yeah.
So they're taking it down because they originally did not intend for melee to be this like everybody's running around throwing their melee first type of situation. And it wasn't supposed to be like that. And I can understand it and I can agree with it. When I remember Rogue Company, when I first started playing it, melee was like a here and there thing.
Yeah.
Now everybody walks around with their melee, you know,
axe out,
throwing
come on, where are we? We're walking around the corner. Okay, there you are. Okay, cool, nice. Now
I did see there were some exceptions to it, like certain things in certain situations.
It was.
Do you recall that?
Yeah, it's upgrade path. So the upgrades are still available. The Katana and Kukri have a plus 25 damage upgrade throughout their 2 tiers. Which you could get, and what I'm imagining, because I didn't give the details on this actually, is I'm imagining therefore the Katana and Kukri with the plus 25 damage upgrade could then get to 100 and one shot, and the axe, which has a plus 50 damage upgrade, could get to a 125 and then one shot through armor. Is kind of what I'm thinking. The bat has no one shot potential ever through by thrown. So goodbye bat essentially, unless you're swinging it, which I don't mind honestly. So I like that idea. I think that therefore putting 10,000 economy into a fully upgraded axe to get a one shot on someone with armor is kind of a fair price point, honestly. 10k is quite a lot, same as a top tier perk. Or putting 7.5k into a katana to one shot someone without armor is also pretty good too. So I kind of like that. Also adding toughen up to some more rogues is going to be really good for that too, just to balance out melees. So, but I think in terms of the meta of the game, I'm actually really excited for where it's going to end up. I like that melees are not as much of a one-shot kill pressure. Grenades aren't as much of a one-shot kill pressure because of the tenacity buff. And now weapons are a higher focus with a lower time to kill, meaning they have even more impact. So I think there's a lot of exciting things in terms of the gunplay meta and the actual meta of the game going forward. It's just about the content that we have to just keep fueling that as we go in. It's kind of
gunplay. What that does is it puts the gunplay skill level like higher, like it's a more of value. Which I think is what they want. Like in order to make the game more serious. I do believe as you start to talk about this and we start to look at season 2 and we start to look at like where their focuses are, I feel like Rogue Company has a little bit of an identity issue. Like Valorant is very competitive player focused. When you think of Valorant, that's what you think about. I feel like with Rogue Company, it's like they're kind of torn between identity. Like it's an identity crisis. Like they're not sure. Like, do they fully focus on competitive play? Do they? Oh no, we got to focus on the casual play. Like, where do we focus at? Because I feel like there's a lot of things. I saw a post the other day somebody had made on Twitter, and it was like, these are all the things that have been a bug in Rogue Company.
That was Rogue's post.
Did you see?
Yeah.
You saw that? You saw Rogue's post. Right. Good. And it was like, there's a lot behind this. And it's like, one, you know of bugs and you're not fixing them. And two, it shows how serious, it shows how lack thereof when it comes to how serious you're taking certain things. And it's like, these are great examples. When you spectate somebody, it shows the wrong score. Like when you spectate somebody, it shows the wrong gadgets. It's like, guys, where's your attention at? And it was a really good the end of it was a really good description of you are more concerned about selling skins than about fixing your game. And here's Octane Debbie Downer. That's absolutely correct. That arms race event was a total money grab and was super low blow. And it was a very low blow for the Rogue Company design team. It was like, why did you do this? What was the value of it? And what did it provide to the game? Nothing other than emptying people's pockets before you come out with your battle pass. It's like, come on.
I'm not gonna fully disagree with that. I see value. I see the reasoning behind it. Obviously, you need to supply a game, and also you want to provide cosmetics to people who want them. I do get that point, but I also agree that it was kind of like, when you put it in perspective of what really needs to be focused on in this game to make it enjoyable to play still, I don't care about a Saint skin. I just don't. Like, this, at the end of the day, I don't, compared to how much I would love matchmaking to be fixed, how much I would love these bugs, like the bomb defuse bug. That's actually what I said I DM Scott about something. That was what I was DMing about, because I'm casting a tournament Saturday. So actually, before we do this podcast, I'm casting with Antimatter again, their 1K tournament. And they asked me to, because I'm kind of like, the person they know within Rogue Company who knows the scene really well. So they asked me to just touch up on some of the bugs and rules and how we would address those issues, such as the bomb defuse glitch where you can't defuse the bomb. And I said, well, I don't know if they're going to be in here, so, but, you know, we'll plan for the worst, right? And so, but it's like, why am I having to plan for a bug that has been here for months? And I know that they've got trouble being able to fix it consistently, but like that needs to be fixed. And the bomb, yes. How can we have a $1,000 tournament in a Saturday and we're squabbling over, well, what happens if a team loses because they can't defuse the bomb, even though they should have been able to defuse the bomb? Like, that's not a conversation I want to be having really about a game that when we got $1,000 on the line, you know? So it is, there's definitely a priority issue there. I would love to see them actually, okay, this is what I want. I want, at that 3-week mark, no new content. I want them to say, hey, we fixed this bug, this bug, this bug, this bug, this bug. Genuinely, way better than any content they could ever drop. 100%. 100% better than any content they could ever drop. A hotfix that addresses the major issues of the game. Tell me that console and PC are now in the same ranked lobbies. Like, genuinely, it would be the second wind to Season 2 starting that would propel the game forward for me. And it would keep those players who have been there the first 3 weeks staying back.
So I was looking for, do you remember when Rogue Company some time ago released their worst patch ever and had this like big apology about
the
like
fix-a patch? Was that the one?
Yeah, focusing like, we won't let this happen again. We're focusing on bugs, blah 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 blah. And now it is like how many months later, and it is like content out the wazoo, and bug fixes are super minimal. And it's like, wait a sec, pump the brakes. And I think this came out from Hi-Res Chris, who oversees the development of all the games. And Chris, I've known of him. I don't want to say of him because I know him on it. Like I could DM him, no problem. We're not buddies, so I'm not saying that.
Get you. I get you.
But he's the one who got me hooked up with the Rogue Company partner program originally with my activity with Hi-Res going back. But I want to say, like, Hi-Res Chris, where's that at, brother? Yeah. Like, where is that mentality at? Because right now, all we feel is you're pumping out content and it feels kind of sleazy. And it's like, we need, I mean, think of it. Think of a 3-month period right now on how much content, I don't even want to call it content. Skins are not content.
I would agree.
Skin is a microtransaction. It's a cosmetic. And it's like, I hate to say this. I don't care about cosmetics, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you're
they look cool. They look cool, but I'm not spending the money. I never do. Yeah. And it doesn't help. I know cosmetics pay the bills. I get it. Battle passes are like your biggest thing. I get it. Like, hit your home run with your battle passes, but stop releasing new skins every other week on this game. Because guess what? It's not going to save your game. Skins don't save a game.
Yeah.
People don't play a game for the skins.
No.
Unless it's Fortnite and you have a Marvel partnership. All right, let's be honest here.
You just like Thor.
Oh, so good. But that being said, I think you're absolutely right. And I think if they want to or they need to hit a home run with this release, but in 3 weeks from now, you guys better say, hey, guess what? No one is going to bat an eye if you go, hey, the next 2 weeks, we're not releasing any skins. We're just going to put out left and right hotfix patches for bugs. Everyone's going to be like, woohoo, good job.
Good job. Well done. Yeah, please. Yeah, come on.
Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you and I are cut from a different thread, but I do feel bugs are extremely important to fix.
I do. I don't think anyone's going to sit here and say, I just need another cosmetic when... And that conversation does pop up. Yes, when the store rotation kind of feels the same, it is unfortunate. And people complain. People always complain. But, like, realistically, if you're giving us stuff that is more valuable to us, we're like, go for it, please. Like, as you said, like... Yeah. So that is actually what I would like to see. I've kind of come to an epiphany realization as we've had this conversation of, again... I am super excited for Season 2. When Tuesday hits, I am going to be the most excited person. Because I said, I'll always rep Rogue Company. I think the game is really good. I think that there are definitely moments of issues. But as a core game, the game is really, really good. I think Season 2 is going to do wonders for the game. I think Mac Breach ban system, the daily login rewards, which people have been asking for, the better challenges that are actually revolved around you doing something rather than passive things I've never cared in my life about. You know, like I might actually try and get 5 kills with Ronin's knife now because it's won a challenge. It gives me more battle pass XP. A new battle pass to half grind for, even though again I play so much it's a passive thing anyway. But there are some cool cosmetics. Rank two rank series I get through. Like I'm buzzing for the content of season 2. I think it's really, really good. I think it's going to be in a great spot. King of the Hill is a fantastic game mode. We're going to hit a good competitive scene, a good casual scene. They've done a great job with season 2. Where they need to end up in 3 weeks after season 2 is going to be important. That matters more to me right now than season 2 dropping itself, because that is like the longevity of the game. You can't bank a game off of your season release date alone. You need to give it some life after that, especially when you've got a 90-day season. Right? Like, you've got a 90-day season. I think I said this, I was talking to someone about this, I think it was Die Hard actually. I said, they've got 90 days, right? The season is 90 days, and they have about 20 days of content, if that. Like, and so that's kind of what we're dealing with here. And I don't mean content as in rogues.
Don't worry, they'll throw it in arms race. It's okay.
There will be arms dealer season 2, which again, I'm not opposed to if you bring it out like this, right? So let's split the season to 4 quarters. Quarter 1, you're just allowing season 2's initial hype to lead you through. Second quarter, you put in a load of bug fixes and you address a bunch of the issues of the game. Quarter 3, you put the arms dealer event in. We're so happy with the state of the game. Yes, give us cosmetics that we want to pay for because you've done a great job. Season 4, announce some cool creator event that you were meant to announce because I want to go play a high-res tournament or something. It'd be fun. Let me draft the team or something.
Their spectators terrible. So I mean, come on now.
Listen, I can get through it, right? I can cast through it. We make it work, right? I just sit there like, oh, the ambush shield is down. No, we can't see it, but I know it's there, and the smoke grenade was there to cover it. We got it, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh dear, it's fun.
You are. The last thing I wanted to mention was, are you gonna play the next season of Ranked? I assume that's a no-brainer. Yes.
Yeah, for me, yeah, no-brainer for me. Yeah.
I'm honestly questioning it because it seems pointless. Like,
oh, it's 100% pointless. 100%.
It's just like it's not a good matchmaking system. One,
nope.
The rewards are god awful garbage, and at the end of the day, it's just I feel like they've given up trying to make a good rank system.
You think?
We're now on the 3rd. Maybe I'm going to bite my tongue in a week. But they're on their 3rd rendition of a rank system and still can't get it right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel worth it to play. You know what it is?
Take it out of the game. Take it out of the game.
I don't think you can at this point. You'd upset too many people. I actually think, right, the issue, and this is what's going to bug me. They did it this season. They did it in season 0, and I get why. They did it this season. I have no idea why. If they do it next season, I'm going to be furious. In the last 2 weeks, in a random update, in a random hotfix that they did not announce this part of it in, they randomly put the XP gain up to plus 24 and minus 3, regardless of where you are, or like around that level.
They gave up on their system.
I'm like 2 weeks before the end of the season, I'm like, your actual XP gain system was really good. Like, that was the one thing I'll give you. I actually felt like I earned and lost an appropriate amount, and then suddenly I'm getting plus 23, plus 24, minus 6. I'm like, okay. Goodbye. Like, what has happened here? Why is this coming to fruition with no explanation? That really actually bugged me. That is the one pet peeve that I haven't really gone off about, but I'm going off on now. That makes no sense. I don't even care that, like, I hit Rogue beforehand or whatever. It doesn't bug me. It just bugs me that there's no reasoning behind it, or at least no explanation of why they did it. Because I got it in season 0. They bugged out the matchmaking at some point. It really wasn't working for half the people. And some people were losing like 20 and gaining 3 or something. Like, it was a bad thing. So they adjusted it so people could actually get a rank. Then they dropped the rogue reward down to level 20 to adjust to that also. Fine, whatever. You botched it. You kind of tried to address it. Fine. What was the reasoning? Why has it happened? Why is it just... It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Do you just want everyone to get rogue rank by the end of the season? You've got no matchmaking in your game, so it's easy anyway. Like... Oh, my rant's over.
Triggered.
I got triggered. I absolutely got triggered by that. Yeah. I
was reading in one of the chats I'm a part of. We'll just put it that way. One of the chats I'm a part of. Let's leave it at that. This came up some time ago regarding like, hey, I don't know what's going on, and there was some confusion. Like, why is ranked acting this way, and blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden it was something like, hey, we couldn't get it right, so we just reverted back to that terrible setup. And it's like, you guys don't fix anything. Like, you don't fix it. You just patch it with a bad reason. Like, like we were talking about the other day with like, Oh, with being able to queue with someone outside of your levels. We didn't fix it. We just put in another bug in order to bug out what you were bugging. And it was like, come on. Like, how many people do you have working on this game right now? Like, oh my gosh.
8. That would be my estimate. 8. 8 across skins, content, and bug fixes.
I guarantee you they have at least 100 people working on this game. I'm not gonna lie. They went ahead and moved everybody and their brother. Hi-Rez was up to 500 employees almost at one point, some time ago, and they went ahead and kind of separated out their studios and stuff like that, like a year or two ago. And everybody and their brother, I heard, was moving over to like First Watch. So like, I think it's a huge group that they have working on it, but it seems like they're all working on cosmetics. I don't want to say content. That's not content. That's it's just that's crazy to me. It's crazy. But yeah, ranked is one of those disappointing things where like years later now I could still jump on like CS:GO and I get excited to like play ranked and like super, it's hardcore, it's sweaty, but like it's done perfectly. I see everybody's rank, the way you get promoted and demoted is good, your point system's good. It's like there's full transparency. So like when I get promoted or when I get demoted, I know why. And I know the people I'm queuing with. It's just like,
I completely agree. Like, it's one of my biggest pet peeves, honestly, is ranked. But it's just not even worth talking about too much. We just deal with it. The only time I feel like ranked is rewarding is solo queue, because I feel like it's an actual struggle to do it. But if you want to 4-stack ranked, you're going to have the freest time of your life, and unless you come against another 4-stack, and chase your basic scrimming, so whatever.
What if they eliminated full stacks and you can only do solos and duos in ranked?
Right.
In order to get a better...
honestly, at this point,
get a better experience.
But you won't do that because it's a team-based game, so they won't do it. It's just not worth it. It doesn't make sense to do it. Like, honestly, in the way it is, where one person's carry potential is so ridiculously small, you can't do it. In Smite, you get fed, you can kind of help carry your mid lane, and then maybe they can kind of help carry your bot lane, and like things like that. With Paladins, like if one person gets ahead, you can kind of 1v2 and then sort of turn the tides of the battle, give your team a chance to like catch up. In Rogue Company, you're not gonna consistently ace an entire enemy team by yourself. Like that's just not what it's gonna help. So you do need that team element 100%. But yes, overall though, I'm excited for season 2. I'm very excited for season 2. We've definitely gone into some like frustrations, because there's definitely some frustrations, especially in the last 2 weeks. It's been a bit of a meh time. But tomorrow for you guys, season 2 is dropping. Get excited. There's some fun stuff to be in store. I'll be streaming literally the moment it goes live. I'll be there, like just waiting, refreshing the start the login, because that's where I want to be. I want to be there with everyone when it hits. Show you the content. Hopefully get that little surprise that you were talking about. Maybe it's there. Who knows? We'll see. PvE mode? We don't know. Probably not. Don't get your hopes up. But unless there's anything else from you, no.
No. I'm just, either way, I'm happy. Just like you said, to get something new and different.
Exactly.
So I think that's going to be the big one. As I said, and I'll say it now, we'll talk about it next week. I'm hoping there's some aces up their sleeves they haven't revealed, because like it really is a bummer to go into patch day and know everything that's coming. Like I don't like that they leak everything, they show everything. It's like, guys, keep an ace up your sleeve. Throw a surprise to your community. Like that's a great thing. But that's all I got. That's all I got for today.
That's all I got too. That's gonna be the end of RogueCast for the end of season. I guess we're technically in season 2 of RogueCast. The end of RogueCast season 2 within season 1 of Rogue Company. Unjumble that as much as you want. There's a nice little sentence for you. Great YouTube title, I think. We really confused it. Oh dear. Guys, have a fantastic day. Until next week, we will be talking about season 2 a little bit more and our initial impressions, but we will see you then. Goodbye.